mienu nyina na ye bedwendwen ye ho obi e ba be fa the torchlight omamu ni nyina ba bibia wo bia wo temenka enanwumre yi o fa torchlight ye hwe nsamakodo a ekoso wo ye manyimo nsamakodo a edi ahim ewo omayine mo eno ena ye ba behwe ne yatoato adwen amanyo sema ye fiko ye ba behwe de yetimi yakoyie na ma bibia etimi yakoso eno ena ye ba behwe ne adwendwen ho enne anwumre ewo ni 100.9 said ya da ye no ebenada ne ya wada no so pem kopem se no nkono ebemo apem mo ye torchlight dwumadie ena ye de ebrew ewo fia ha wo neat 100.9 midin de Mark Jerry OSEI AGYEMAN na mediaseda edibema Pius Bedu Bansen na womi obene wa womo ne bomi chidom aye de dwumadie de brew Margaret Abena Frima Abankro ye in charge of the social media handles and make us a dwumadie na dem yopo edem like Facebook for amohwe nyina I salute you me mamu nyina kwaba mo amohwe me mo comments na mo wono mo fanto ho be ba ba kenkan na me dia ma so dey say dey ye da no the baba dey so dey beto won ye nhwe na ya kenkan bibia na dia ma and I'm a special guest e wo dwumadie yi so ayade ane ya plan kura dey to wansa Supreme Court verdict e beba sir the former chairman of the Roads and Transport Committee ewa Ghana mrashebejafie Roads and Transport Committee ewa Ghana mrashebejafie the former chairman na oye mrashebejani ewa ayensuwa no abatoɔ empesuwa so Honorable Ayepe ono na no ye chairman wo tena ase eye nhyehyeye so obeka ye miribi mika cho se me ne eye suafo no baako na wo ye in charge efa eye ka kwanhia ho eye MPP wo mo first time ni mu of so panyin ka kire me se nanado da gwagufu ado pa de bayo ba ye ka kwanhia ho nsem eye ade da na koma so pa enu nti ayade a wa taski wo mo se wo mbomodin se wo mbehwe na ka kwanhia no together with the Road Safety Commission then sabre na nyamba be authority na wo mo twemfa ndo mangu akwan mu se beye na ka kwanhia betimi akofom maka de no amatoto ho se ka kwanhia kunipa chen coronavirus but ye wo more attention edema coronavirus of which ye nyina ye gitum se eye papa se sa pepepe de se ye no me vaccine mi se makwakwa me de enra makwa 28 April am de kwakwa the second dose aye nyina ye gitum na ka kwanhia nso attention na we he Road Safety National Road Safety Commission then na nei wama ba be Road Safety Authority ni ya ye bisa ne se wama be authority no wamudwumedie na asesa wamudwumedie ne dia ne ye hu na nkane na obeka ye ne Road Safety Authority foi ye no wamukasa aya no wamuka ena se de ena ye se wamusesa mara no wamuma etumi ni bi ka ho National Road Safety Authority ye de tumi ni ma mo no akiri no ede na asi yenya bibi fufuro bia ba beka ho ede na se ye ka kwanhia ekunipa chen coronavirus ede na se ye edefa ho the year 2020 nipa egu ye waka kwanhia nko amu over 2,800 na koroi ba ye within the same 1 year March mu another to cry March what I think March 4th right akabe ye few days na koroi ba ye nchen 1 year nipa dodo asanya na ekun less than 1,000 nipa bakokura na free ma bania ye bisa ne se attention na yede ma coronavirus adeti ye mfa same attention emfa maka kwanhia edi yewu ewo ye meyimo ene Honorable Ayepe owofia ha mede ne ba be bon komodi afa ho na wawani to the big story Supreme Court final verdict about betodwa electoral petition me bon the tofa de akere wa wo de abrofo tenten a justice ani yebo ekenkan ya 2 hours or say petitioner te se wo musa BBC no de beto court a eya akonta ese wubu akonta ese wo de numbers ba one for numbers na mad here ene wo mutimi enhwe nkonko kase da bi o ya de we tutu we hu nti ene de awo ka no ya nyintum 2 hours ena eye justice ani nyabo a obomodin ade final verdict ne babetu dwa etia no so munsem ayedeja na enra so de esi wa Ghana mrahye bedwafie Ghana de esa musisi o mame kika we kakra Mameke kind obi wa homa no so amene ba bedi nkomo. Ono ba ye pay so ai krado no so atena dwom. Na ye bon nkomo ye fa torchlight ne nyina. Ye fa hwehwe no amam ne ye kofo adwen kire ne fa 0277 860644 0277 860644. Nati ye we Ose comrades, the betrayal we have suffered in the hands of the Speaker of Parliament, Right Honorable Abambagben, the leadership of our parliamentary group, particularly Honorable Harun Idrisu and Honorable Muntaka Mubarak, and dozens of our own MPs, is what strengthens me to work hard for the great NDC to regain power. They brazenly defied the leadership of the party and betrayed the collective good for their selfish interest. And we must not let them succeed in their parochial quest to destroy the NDC, the party that has done so much for them and all of us. The shame they have brought on the party will forever hang like an albatross around their necks. These are hard times for all of us, but we should not let the betrayal of a few quench our love for the great NDC. Rather, let it strengthen us to fight for this party. We all have an equal stake in this party. They are few, we are many. So, I have sold their conscience, but ours is intact. And I hear for now, I say, I'm a conscience. You mean the parliamentarians belonging to the NDC? And we can work together to rebuild the party from the ashes of 3rd March 2021, which I call Black Wednesday, our day of self-inflicted shame. Ebika hon, but metwaso nansana no honorable Ras Mubarak enkane kumbungu mrashebedwani member of the NDC yanene ni komo enenumre Ras Majo
na chetie
etie for Josuna ebomu ti sen
na na someone
someone you pay one pa honorable ono so Joso pa
you free parliament my name is Shadi, you know. I say hello to him. They are firstborn, everything is birthday, they are the kind of.
Oh, sir, and that was firstborn in the birthday, boom.
17th May.
Oh, 80 honorable. I pay on 17th May. Good. Oh, that's good. That's good. I hope so. BBI okay, dear.
Well, it's been. I'm even so sleepy to be honest with you. Since I'm not. The things that ultimately, I say, had proceedings in Parliament. You know, but it's been a long day. The Supreme Court, the disappointment with the Supreme Court decision, you know, it's weighing on all of us. But it's also a time, as I said, yeah, reflective. Now, you have to capture power in 2024. Because clearly things cannot go the way they are, and we need to focus on the party and see what we can do to recapture, power from the MP.
Okay, recapturing power. And the SC our Ghana Breshebe fear nam so ma communication officer Sami Jemfi. What you can tell ya Misha says making Kebia Babetuja. Russ, as a former member of Parliament, I was saying.
I'm disappointed because he's not just an ordinary member of the party, he's a communication officer of the party. And clearly, that cannot be communication, that is insult. You know, you can, I don't know whether you've seen my post. I have also called for an overhaul of the leadership in Parliament. Or have me posted, I think I might have even posted earlier before he posted his. With my opinion, you know, without descending into insult. And what he's done is clearly to, you know, run the speaker down, which is most unfortunate. I say most unfortunate because other NDC members are Mokobutu, Emma, Yao Kumsim, and the rest. Was it the speaker who held their hands to go and vote? You may disagree with Haruna's, style of leadership. And I'm not holding beef for Haruna. You may disagree with my uncle. Okay, but you can express your disagreement without insulting them. And I think that as members of the same party, we should endeavor to be from those attempts. Or what I'm looking for a radical, change in leadership. Those were a radical change in leadership. I haven't said that, somebody that has integrity. I mean, I can't even repeat the kind of language submitted in long and unnecessary. So yes, I am of the view that the time is right for the parliamentary caucus in parliament to overhaul, either do a partial, reshuffle or a full reshuffle. It's up to them in parliament. And I'm also of the view that beyond that, when party elections come, a honor result from regional and national leadership, because they've all let us down. They've all let the rank and file down. It's not just, the parliamentary caucus, but what was the strategy to go strategy that went into the 2020 election? Okay, so they shouldn't act as if this is a tsunami that would only sweep the leadership of parliament. I am of the view that even at the national level, at the regional level, in many of the regions, a lot of the initiatives have outlived their contribution, their relevance as party activists.
Mhm.
And for which reason, a men also said, constituency, regional, national elections, that same tsunami, clamor said it should sweep parliament. That same tsunami will sweep all of them. Okay? But we need to stay focused. We need to discuss the issues without descending into the gut. Because, Jerry, you know understand one thing. Election. You kum or your friends are buying aswang for police before to the for a kum Ghana for you. Up till now, you're investigation behind. Okay? Some of our police are still being hounded, in the various courts. Some of it is just witch hunt. You're out of the boy, you cry, buy, cry. Look at what is happening. So clearly, everybody is disappointed with the way they are running it. And we expect this opportunity of hang parliament at a war members of parliament, and not just MDC MPs, but including MDC MPs, would use that as an opportunity to assert the authority of parliament, the oversight responsibility of parliament. I mean, can you believe that you have a minister nominee who comes to vetting is completely oblivious? She doesn't know exactly what is happening in her sector. Zero idea. At least basic research, basic preparation would give an indication of how you are willing to learn. But we didn't see that. Okay? And we expected that Parliament would have, when I say Parliament, members would have, done the right thing. To the extent that how a person even gets more votes than the Honorable
Kojo Ponkroma. An Honorable OSEI Akoto.
Honorable Dr. Akoto. To the extent that he gets more votes than them. What does it tell you? It's further weakening the trust that people have in the institution of Parliament. So we are treading dangerous ground. And Jerry, listen to commentary from even neutrals. Follow proceedings. Listen to their verdict. They expected more of RM. And it's not just about meeting the constitutional requirements of, being a registered voter, not bankrupt, being more than 21 years of age, and the rest of it, being qualified to be elected as member of parliament. But even in previous, we need to be able to prove, even in previous positions that one has held, how did one conduct himself or herself to warrant a renewed mandate? These are things that Ghana for are interested in, and if you know, actually, MPs, nominees are about polish on that, we expect to do the right thing. But what did we see on the floor of Parliament yesterday?
Right. Russ.
We saw not just MPP voting on partisan lines, but NDC, who, which a party we should have actually done the right, also voted in support and in approval. And that is why we see that anger from the party rank and file and from neutrals in Ghana saying, look, at the leadership level of the party in Parliament, the time has come for an overhaul. And as I've indicated, in discussing these things, I don't think that the kinds of language that some agencies use is the kind of language that we expect to use against conflict. Because clearly some of the MPs voted against. And if some of the MPs voted against, how do you figure out, a few of them, including the speaker, and start calling them all manner of names? Yes, they are the leaders. So if there's a failure in strategy, the buck stops with them. And that is why I have made the point, without apology, said, in Parliament, there's got to be an overhaul. Whether partial or full overhaul is entirely up to MPs. That has to happen to be able to restore a GDA and the confidence that the rank and file of the party seem to have lost in the leadership in Parliament.
Na Russ, sa Sami Jemfi Lydia Woken. Ususu says some of the words na Oyusu yeno and they very harsh, even though one kasano leadership na kasano we need you do momo calling for total overhauling. I believe that is what you mean.
No, I've suggested it's entirely up to in Parliament, evaluate and to see, who to go and who should stay among the front bench. But we need, as I said, we kind of. So basically, myself, Samir, and a few others, we are singing from the same hymn book of changes in leadership, except that the language is what I completely disagree with. Except that the abuse of the Right Honourable Speaker of Parliament is what is completely uncalled for. A national officer of the party can't speak in that kind of language.
Until when any ye be who say amanyofo aya ye to abama mo na moko Ghana mrahye bedefie moko a mo be representing the views of your constituents, but rather no say mo be follow the usual trajectories of your political parties that you belong to.
Brilliant point. And let me read a quote from the former Speaker of Parliament of the United Kingdom. And I say, can post my chair on the Right Honourable John Berko. Or say, the truth is that there is no professional qualification needed to be a member of Parliament, no formal job description, and no explicit contract with voters. Every MP does the job he or she judges, but it makes sense to think about the audience a member of Parliament should aim to impress, i.e., the Constitution, the party and Parliament institution. And every member of the House, even though you can vote according to your conscience on things, but you should be voting with the people who elected you in mind, and the people who elected all of them, Judge, the people who elected all of them, whether NDC or NPP or neutral, those people have expressed disappointment in Parliament passing some of but in passing some of the nominees. Ghanaians have expressed disappointment. Ghanaians have watched the vetting and they are dissatisfied with the conduct of some of the nominees who appeared before the vetting committee. And they should be looking at what is in the best interest of their constituents. Unfortunately, on this occasion, and as in many other occasions, we haven't seen that reflect. And that is most disappointing. But that should not give anybody the right say them to abuse them, to use incendiary language against people who claim have served the party in the past very, very well. The fact that there's a leadership failure. But that clearly cannot be a reason for this kind of abuse. I can't be associated with that kind of language on people who have distinguished themselves in the past as vanguards of our great party. And I am hoping that Okodana or Jimwa, he may wanna do a rejoinder and offer an apology for the kind of language he may have used, without watering down the principle is that, look, we are dissatisfied. And the rank and file of the party paying for blood, not paying for blood, is calling for the head of the leadership of the party in power. That is the principle. And that we must take. But again, let me also use this opportunity to send a signal and a warning. Those who are sitting at national executive level, they shouldn't sit at regional executive level and constituency, who have let the party down, not delivered. They shouldn't think that this tsunami, this anger by the rank and file of the party will stop only at Parliament. When it comes to constituency election, it has to reflect. When it comes to regional and national, it has to reflect. But clearly, we can't go into this, we can't go into the next election, 2024, with a leadership that hasn't delivered back to back, on the aspirations of the people.
It's not, if care is not taken, that's a total overhauling of the leadership of the party from the national down to the region, then the total overhauling of the leadership of the NDC caucus of Parliament. So, that changes here, we'll call it for Amasoa. Now, China 2024 elections, a better thing at the NDC one.
Let's not jump back ourselves. I am confident that it would happen. Because we have a party, your party, look, people are still living with road cars. People are still living with road cars. We have no alternative than to actualize and make real, the changes that ought to happen in the party from Parliament way through to national level. That changes have to happen.
Okay. Russ, and then you read that say any brown when you're mine.
And on your conversation on COVID and road accidents.
Yes.
Just let me take a fight on it. Look, any password. And clearly you can't equate the seriousness we give to COVID with people's recklessness. Jerry, maybe I said, you're fine, so road signs in one. On the way from Accra to Kumasi, you see a road sign that says, I have no near overtaking. It's dangerous, but who say, I'm on for your overtaking. And no, not again, and Tinipana, and a different of the door now, Obia, Omubukadia, who said, driving, no, I don't know. So these are systems. We have to also give the license to regime. The kind of people we give licenses to, to drive now. These are all things seriously need attention. But COVID is real, and I think that comparison, be a merely humble opinion. It would do justice for fight against COVID. Nipano no moto also I think. And a baby, I ain't going to say overtaking now. You're overtaking. Car, any point say 80 quanto, and now 80 quanto. Police before I also be a Juma. Sometimes they go drive on in the minute. Who wants it? Car can access. There's no reflector, there's nothing. I mean, how? And those vehicles will be there sometimes even today. How? And we have police officers in the district, in the jurisdiction that these things happen at. And you ask them what people are doing their work, or they are simply interested in collecting the, 100 to 200 Ghana cedis that they are collecting from for motorists. So we have a serious problem as a country, and all of us need to get involved. I'll give you an example. Enra, sorry. When I call from Madame Fubi, he's based in the US, or a professor in the US, or she or drag back with him, and police for action found in the car. Yeah, at the barrier where I didn't think where the insurance. When you see US status line, and the police had to call another patrol car to chase him and stop him. I'm saying, look, as much as you are friends, I'm sorry, but because these are things you can't do in the United States of America. As somebody who has risen to the position of a professor, what about you are refused police now barrier because we see US driver's license because we insurance. So clearly, I'm on fire imagine that they won't respect the rules. And the time has come for politicians to stop intervening. Men in person so why say helmet. Now police for actual or the motorbiker. I don't insist those things.
Okay.
So we have a lot of work to do, but programs like this continue to educate the public.
Yeah.
To do the right thing to save lives, because the deaths that we are experiencing as a result of road accidents are completely needless. And do guys because of a road accident.
Jadan say ene enwumre se woni edin komo.
Me da se na me sham.
Nyakopon shira won so. Yene aye Ras Mubarak enkane na oye Mrashe Bedwani Okumbungu abaton pesuwa so na oye member of the NDC ono ni yene din komo ene enwumre wo Torchlight on it 100.9. Also views Facebook live 0 uko Facebook a comment bi ana de ato na eye NEAT 100.9 FM NEAT 100.9 FM making count comments no na me dia ma uko WhatsApp 0277 860 0277 860 Honorable Ayepe, former member of Parliament, ewo Ayinsu Anabato Mpesua so, oye former chairman, Roads and Transport Committee, ewo Ghana Mrashibedefie, na ene owo yenchen ewo hase, na yeneno ebedin komo. Honorable, yamo akwaba?
Yenu yaminu ya jeretren.
Nyami adobako, na oso
Nyami adomi huye pa.
Yede Nyankopon ase. Yeah, papa. The book is the course na just subsequent. Yeah. When you be come fufuro ahodo bebre good. Na mayen chance ye main topics na you fine. The Supreme Court final verdict aba betodwa. Meje wo thoughts wo ho. Be die bewura eye Ghana mrahye be fie. Eye die siye why former member of parliament. Ye ne wunua Ras Mubarak. Yene na din komo sisi wakasa na wonso me ba beje wo so tebo ho now then to the road accidents again samakodo a efa ho wo uyo obi a transport sector no o background pa de obi a operative transport reference transport operator go na be say ga you one word being come the same word no because ya de wunim ne so wa ya adwuma o DVLA any internationally so we exposure when ya for the transport sector. Inti ye din komo fa car kwanhia ho a na say yentimi nkwati e bra wasan aye dwamtene ni pen wo ye ebedwaku a wo mo hwe ahyen ene akwan akwan abadie so wo ye memo inti ne ekwati wa na enyeye. But in the first place, and the Supreme Court final verdict na beto dwa no na were you surprised and you anticipated?
Jerry, mechia what you for enumere. It true pa ne eminu anu ba wo ayensu anu ene ntahine ye ho nyina mechia mu nyina. Na fei mama nana adodan kwakufu ado. Ene the vice president Uraba Omia. Ene MPP fu nyina Ghana fa na nyina feature man blaze so. The last person, Mama Obia Tirinkwa. minimum de a verdict no about anyame one. Say you need not to be a lawyer or a judge and someone who say same way the same is kofa. Ye twi mu ten ebekọ e di amayen.
Okay.
Na and when say obey prejudgment and na ye mpese ye beka ho asem. Nti ne ye twi din ni ahani a judges no e de beba. E say ye koto aba. Na ukuli two resource. Na o resource na wunyan no. Whether to the electoral commission e ban ho. Na we for say obi e nye 50% plus 1. That's a better court there. And now kono no why crowd say wo figure na e ma wunyina so ma hu say obi e win elections no na o court na kita wo e say ye wa hayi na misi ka yira na ye bi so say sika no ahe so me suspect say sika na yira no Jerry na afa enti we misa no ono no afa sika ono nim sika do wa afa. That's the way you can wefa. We say misika ayira. Jerry atemu bi a mo ya announcement say obi pers ayira. Na obi ehu di aba studio. Say amoka kan say nipa na but identify the content the content of the pers and say the amount. Enti wo na we see electoral commission e wi aw. The electoral commission e wi aw dia. And we ya de hu say we wi aw. Asena wo hu say we wi aw na just say Wusu kita figure bi a wode ba betoto ne a ode ba e no ho ansana wakasi we wi ahwe electoral commission ne ama ba kuma kwa
enum no de see ho
court na enum na we de see ho na wo kenkan na ma kuma kwa enum ni nyina bo NDC party no ba kwa wakasi electoral commission na no afum nti na no afum na okotu different figure eno kra anya figure obinya yo as valid vote and a total vote count and a or interposition and a bra owura sitting get here begin adaka mu Supreme Court judge no catch any e man calculator say on sure say figures are electoral commission debate to gba no emu ne we na wodi adwuma emma Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo enya 50% plus 1 oye ni nyina no na Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo ewu ni nene Chief Justice Mebo na baso and Supreme Court judges ni na send your author no buase almost or even more than 2 hours every judgment in fact say when your lawyer do kura na we breaking judgment into pieces to the understanding of everybody hwe baby kura me fa ni say as no over judgment o kire say wo be gina adaka mu no ye bisa wo si na owura mahama we your calculation onya ahi or say 47 point something percent. Ojetum was say ai me jetum. Then like Akufo-Addo nso enya 51 point something percent. Ojetum or say ai me jetum. Na what the way nyina to we a. Over say Supreme Court judge no nya den. And then me tie former President Mahama speech bi a oba.
And then
after the court proceedings ni went tie bi. Na just say
onye easy. Chairperson.
Me tell say, would need you when you knew a jumo no for the aqua court. I'm a court amemu ai. Asuma court no kan cross anka NDC and a former President Mahama. Wo si wenti asokura ne say judges na ka kire won si. Mo witness ba sana modo on ba no. Ben nu aso on be kan no kra de to ba bi enyi.
Wo mu dia
agro. No kra de wonim say dey ntina akwakoto abane de wakwadwan so kwotwa abatos no so bi se benum ti. Na bitin go and for biscuit and kan osuma mi say na we police station chairman kra na akwa esa ade ya so party ni be bo aba o into hwa Supreme Court judgment na ba no nipa banu ne ebeka sa achiri no de won asem no kra de Supreme Court na boto chini ba bi kra wonim ni awaka nti eyi ekoba na sa esi den say wo de electoral commission chairperson megina adaka mu na bisa na question and send what to me make who case sasa we wujino hu a enye yi ensem enum no so ba konso a wogina so Supreme Court judges ni gina so e kan me dey say no so e wo say ye nyina ye hwe na yetu hu anamon na ema NDC fo na jetom say won amwa wo ho e na wo court say so the pink sheet e court Krana, and yes, I look at a pin sheet in Antino. Na figure na pin sheet in the son. Na court na jail to moon. I was say other parties, which are 2013.
Yeah.
Sir, former Vice President Bawumia.
Yeah.
Oh, you pink sheets now. You didn't other parties and witnesses. Just say, pink sheet. And in the Amusumu Gitano, and your partner.
Yeah.
Signature na was on a partner. Now, do Kausu Kita and sample. And I just samples now. Who didn't get a good academy. Court to be supposed to get samples. Court to say you have first samples in your Jumawa. Yeah. See, I can say, Assembly Buyabo. A defendant now. A whole government never passes so. In the Supreme Court, no, Megina advance trabiso. They have to be convinced.
Petitioner and maybe a one developing the case in the year.
That's all the case I could be developing. Say I'm passing and I go for other way when you. I can't a woman to me in yapping shit because I'm a police station agents. All the police stations across the country. Hinti se when you no crowns here. What about regional coalition she's now and also a buyer. And also will be. Electoral commission no go bu ene dan. Na mo ko hwem o mere ko say ene na mo se mo ko bi na mo ko hwe. Be ne nyina ko mu website. Pin she's ni nyina wo mo website. Mo ko na mo ko he. Hinti asem ne de menye di say e wo say Ghana fo ye twin bebre. Mo no e wo say de brade ase. The anko ye say ye to aba. Na afa bi ante ne ho ase a na ye bomba na ye tu atuo na ye ndi yaro so to say ba sai be court na court aken asema mayen enti ye be sere say e ko ba say 2013 MPP court 2021 NDC court enti dey be to aba bi o say ye court asene etumi atu ya amamu so
court ni be to grab by
eno so ye hwe say enye say court ko na nti usori ana court o say o hwe say wo nyina so asa okwa na ko say yasem na Utie former President Muhammad speech on my yeah. Mpahini bu baby say. Obofo. Obomofo. So him so about you on about you or 20 a anko hwe hu ani ye. What you ask? Obofo kongura mu a no kokum otwe. Na ohu a otwe no ne ti no hu ani biara nti na anwu wo ho. Na yiri ya aduan no otwitwa na ne ti ni ba bi anwini wa hu ani ye no. Ekoto na aduan so. A number na video to me no manwu nkwan. Ono hwan we hwan yi. Emra wo ye CI 99 no. No nga adwiri nyina na say 2016 20 elections no. Wo ba be wini. 2016 elections no. Wo ba be wini na wo wini na say MPP fo court a wo nga use CI 99 no. E dey akawan ahye. Wo say hamana mo sign no won na wasen ho wo so afa de ye the CI 99 ni ya adwuma no se da bi adwe time ni ho CI 99 is 44 days yentumi wie wo kwa so da bi ya case management that the case management it is the way we are going about it we say be remember when na yes ya anya Kufaro na yes ya 99 President Kufaro about 2017 no na 2013 no 2015 ni ya pass CI 99 da. Inti o hold the one na President Kufaro by. Inti ehu be hia se. Ye nyina ye be ato mo se. Ye ntia ye se ye to aba na mente me hwan se ama ye nkunkum ye hu. Ne ye ntwe aba ne ye nkontokwa ne ye nyina ya gya ato mo se ye be koroko. Na court edi asema ma ye. Inti Mark we do bisami a. Eyi ba bia du no ye nuanom FPP commentators no.
Yeah.
Me di metu fu se ye nsusu commentaries no. Especially ye no ma ye nye a lawyer fo a ye she da ente issues na se bebre no ye nsusu nka na se nchiremu bi wo ho a ye nya ma yen a lawyer fo no wan chirechiremu ma yen na yanko kansem a edi ebufu hyew beba yanko kansem a ebe se ebehuru bi ni yan kansem a ede nkabom beba na afa ye de dwumadi bi asien no as a political party say 2024 sa 8 years yen chemfa no MPP ye break sa chain no na 2024 yakonya 12 years yako 16 years yako 20 years yako 24 years ni yako enim ukọ Asian countries and even most of the European countries are ultimately develop power with announcement and talk of Malaysia, South Korea, Japan, one political party and onya holding rule for some time and mutumi manage one economy and yes sir and yepesi yeko no. Na 8 years bia yanse sande e bedin say you betumi iron sane yen country yetumi anyanyina so. Yen hwe 2020 year to abempa yen change government same government no. Yen kwa 3 months one say still ayenya ministers ombe ye adwuma hu ni say anka ye change of government anka ye ni acting ministers bia ho na akofa hawaba nti one political party say MPP obi ajetumu say si ebe so omani mu economy no tumi gina ne nanso niema tumi koyiye ye tumi hye economy no ema sikasem nyina atutu ye no anka sa political party bi say MPP ni ya ma ne kwan no we rule be 30 years na anka 32 years na anka yetumi ahwe na Ghana afa nentamapa e de afura.
Okay.
And yes, I'm advocating for one party state. The opposition will still be there and criticize. But Yema Kwana and MPP. We just say, Sa Ada is in Bebem. Na Ebebem, Memu Keke. I was here to 2 years near me. I was saying, near me be a ye ye. As I see Anqua, and a man so, man, quite any as I see so.
Yeah.
But he is a one man, no queen, Chakron, also, Untradu. Then they see why you say, Yakob primaries. Well, Lucy primaries, we say, some Lucy primaries, they are also be winning general elections in the one party. And then when we say, seat, vote, our parliament, here the Aqua and Nima, how am I? And now you say, I'm going to no course. Some men work for primaries. That's a primaries, you know. Me men, we need the announce general elections. And I wear DC, your mama and court elections. See, the other Abba say, me DC be on contesting government MP.
Yeah.
Okay, side any MPs ni be kwa me ahwe. You see, enon any. Na se pese ye break his 8 years in dia. I was say sad ni ye pegu. Na fe mesre menuanom MPs no, and the parliamentary candidates na one ye MPs wo ko na won adi nkugu ni say, won pue mra. Masa, ebi adi nkugu and mra na party wo opposition no. Ono kura wewu na wodi wutia yeye wadi nkungu wa mra wo party wa bam pue bra judgment ri amawie obi amra ni enkasa ma party no enu ma na do danko akufado from 2017 bepem samiri wa ye no wa mra ni emahu dahuru ni enchirechire na do danko akufado government no mu ye cheche mu na Ghana fu nyina anti ase na political party de se aba na aba power anyway nya appointment bia next time eba power obenya ba bia hye ye doso na nakufado ntumi ma obia appointment but ye boa na ye ya the next time no na wonso nya ba bi ahye inti men kase we lose elections inti wotina fie ye mra na ye ma chiechiri mu na akufado aban no ntumi enya nyina so na ye hwe se sa 8 years itumi break na ye hwe ye ni nyina ni yehu. What's a confusion if you are say basa? Obi was a confusion I basa. Say na ye work national communication director of a political party like NDC.
No I heard it.
Party ni Ghana nyina no kasa ma party no. And national temididi oyawa. Yawa speaker of parliament speaker.
Me ba. Yabe wura secretary because me do ba be raw. But na sana no. Election petition here also as a politician you want lessons bia you bet to me sunya free way monson na ye de aka de ye sunya ye 2013
me election I dey say na fakasina be kwa mandis ye to ye ngaba no and before elections no my strong warning say obi answer in a collecting center party ne de and sana election main one so na ye ya the pink sheets in the bar. Yen scanning fast, yen system, scanning ya naba. National Collecting Center. You use a pink sheets and hard copies, no? Yamamu 1 week, be a fan of them. Into yak, where this work out to yan pink sheets intact. All the police stations across the country. Collecting resource, she's nina, region de nina. Nah, then this if we also will see from next time, no. Once one more then say, one more pink sheets, no. It happened to them in 2016. This year, so as the 2020, so I bet one. Now, I know you can incompetent. I want to ask. Say, we going to me, I'm quality resource. Got more court, and I can figure the kitama. I can Supreme Court back at my major men and say, and this is for the figure we have. What's it? One the resource in the same way. A contradicting figure. It's Brabejina box, no, Nabachina, Nentia, who figure no, and the end this figure no, and they're the same. They couldn't do that. What's it? They are relying on the electoral commission figures. And on the become myself. Electoral commission figures, no, so to be Kuma and Nekufado, your president, 50% plus 1. What do to 50% plus 1? What do to Nifa, 50% plus 1? He said, electoral commission figure, no, in the original idea. And I say, what for? As some way, you don't need to be a Supreme Court judge to know. What do come on the crew, make grass a crew, but to make the assembly of this matter will be the Obi Mebonum crew as another one who has our Becca. Intino, your best say. Your senior no maybe at the F. I don't know why your senior DF Muno, SICI 99, the Kwanga your fast your manager now within less than 40 days. You're to me at the assembly. Last 2013, 12 petition in 2013. The almost 8 months so.
Yeah.
Na ebasana affected the development of the country. Investor people saw papa so
AGYEMAN kesre ne.
Yeah, there was say otwen na yedia assembly wie aso ni ska be country no. Say donor people saw my grant to be a country say was all my grant Japan no money ade JICA SIDA no money ade nyina one grant ni nyina wotwen say wo pe ba bia asomdwe wo nti mo ato aba bi na mo ntem ho ase na mo twoma so wo court mo ntwan mu wi a yen grant ni yede beba sana me na ma nyina ye ne ama na yesua bibia fimu say eyi aye tie nti yesua bibia fimu de say ebeboa ye nyina.
Okay, na enti ayesu no ulusu wie ye what is the way forward?
Way forward ni say I will see a party reorganization. Now party reorganization yenye ayesu anu in isolation. Since say party no ekese ye wie court case na national party ni be start ID card. Ya ye new ID card. Na no na bo John Boadu e kan ho asem e wo radio so ni TV so nyina. Yes ya ni wi a afi ye behwe na ya ye party reorganization. Party ni mu chiche. Prior to 2020 elections na ye mu achiche. Nti ehu be hia say ye be ka ye hu abomu na yetumi aye reorganization na yape candidate minister say ye be kan aye polling station elections ya koye coordinators ya constituency de ye wia na minister say see ku parliamentary candidate ye yi candidate na ye nyina ya tie na echi na yetumi akwadi seat in the back ayenso on the seat the obi anum say MPP seat me predecessor or MPP ni or handle seat in by 8 years and I'm also maybe holding it by 12 years. What can be man 20 years and an MPP hold Ayensiano as a seat for the party. Inti obianim say independent candidate or Bemu or no country vote 2,600 from our stronghold enuma papem ni nempatemu. Ninyina kan bi and nteme ho ase mempene Marco Promise me lusu menti ase me DC me pese MP ni elusi na me take full control
of the party. What DC
and at all. Enti no
enti oppressor besa babiem se wo susu se
oh, I'm not the appointing authority. And at the time when you MP so nobody will consult you before appointing a DC. Enti who becomes the next DC in this say enya masam kra. Many I make sure the kwa me fa so ya be United Party no na yetumi age seat in FE NDC. Yeah. You bet to me at the party na ejina this year. You be no so a factor.
Yeah, because someone who is won't end your career of becoming a parliamentarian, Anna.
Oh, mean take that decision here. One would say in your unclean to cry.
Okay.
This year well losing elections. This is crying appointing one.
Yeah.
Well, John, I mean, could be when I'm going DC, you know. Na DC near DC, you be to my bois. Na enorma akoso ye no watumi akobi me satan no committee ho baby ebia ebedu baby no nyuma me hyase e constituency ni mu na constituency funu nim say o adwuma we aye pay no hyase ye ma no kwan no wie ya na afi say nyuma ni nyina be kwa wi afra mafo say eh MP so no boy empo hu ne yan hu ne ntem that's how I was could jina baby a committee.
Yeah.
What I say me could be man as me could be me there. Me nyan take his decision.
Okay.
It will be I have to give myself at least a year to reflect and see what is happening in the constituency for me to take a decision. And now MP so no you can't force yourself to serve the people. The people should invite you to come and serve you.
Okay.
Into me all as me constituency for the transiting who say adwuma papa be wa baji district ma yen or they like to call yen kro nyina so ene watumi ama yen this is police station yen pick up no ma bebre I mean to me can rose na ye bad so ya award nyina contractors na oguso den a omo ye adwuma bi kura ya guku ta akudu baabi ene ade na sa amanfo no hu say ampa papa yi baabi a ode yen nam na eye ni oban no wantumi amfa yen amfa sa anamon no so Sambre be my best and work committee who can sing beer and Sanka. It is say me take decision. In fact, me take decision on my actions. I say me call Parliament and I say me call Parliament. I'm here to take that decision.
Okay, good. You go so and then your guest, your special guest, your honorable IEP, former member of Parliament, Ayin Suano, about to Suaso so now or your former chairman of Roads and Transport Committee of Ghana Rasho be fie no edin komo ena nwumre bie no ma bie ne so na ya hwe now do you see what Ghana Rasho be fie wanwa send nominees looking at parliament was this time 8 parliament when yamu de ni bio na nominees na fe ekoba say ebinom say plenary no efie ho no wo moto wo so aba na which the caucus belonging to the NDC commentary and free hoba. Na ye kwato aba wie ni hu se NDC fuo bi ato aba de ama nominees ya nanado. Edo mo ba fie hoi. Enwanwa na.
Anyanya nwa. Asaba kaya. I think January me ba wo studio ha. Na me catch we say we are going to see more of head count and secret voting than voice vote. Say number no be just one seat difference. It is a speaker trying to no say those in favor say aye, those against say no. It will be difficult for the speaker to know whether the eyes have it or the nose have it. Okay. Because of closeness of the numbers. Because say Nipa 137. I can say no 138. So can say no question we are going to see more votings. Then be a speaker no can we out per se your best original on wire head count. Oba per se e secret ballot. And if you say the secret balloting say question you won hu adwuma. Yes.
Adamom secret ballot and am say mraje be fa na mo pe won mani nyem.
Leadership no na mpe. Na members no de wo pe.
Adenti and the leadership mpe secret ballot na members ne pe.
Members ne pe fi say secret balloting e ma members no free to take a decision on their own. And also listen to their constituents and take a decision. Secret balloting. For instance, we are making a same bill. Honorable Yirichire.
Yeah.
Now, 5th Parliament. Now, you pass it lobby, your friend, the Spouses Act or bill, and our Parliament. Now, nobody replace PNDC law 111. Now, it do be abuse of the spouse. Say, or be abuse, and I say, or titi nukunu. And I say, or better man titi or biano. And I will act in him with say, distance in the mirror fee. You mean use 100 as an example, 100 meters as an example. Say, also say, we measure 100 meters away from the baby abuse in the sea. Say, be a oko me me fee, ewo powano.
Okay.
Inti say, me yere enyan tokwana be a ma born and I'm threaten. Na police for ban was no, and I dream, won't mean nephew ha. That baby are the chama by me I can say no. The 100 meters away. You measure my house 100 meters, you land me in the bush. Because Krobio would you Kroni center, baby I measure be left, right, baby I 100 meters will land you in the bush. It's not Obama uncle them with a man. Inti or say see the constituency, not just you are the settlements and it's here. Sam ran it by Juma, but how the constituency.
Okay.
Into another onion to when he was making his presentation, this is what he said.
Okay.
Enti se eba se sanke sa na ye adwuma na ekɔ to secret ballot anka ono na ban satana NDC na ho enti anka na ban na dey bill na buy but so option the settlement in this
It's in a cobe to it here.
Well, me and you try on Chetiano. Yeah, the Mraba Parliament. I'm saying, are you the same act or so? It's a different one. Abuse of women and all that. Now, Obabi what? Northern region and all your MP. Ajia Bofolo. No, Okasa against the motion. Not only she will vote against the motion. Adayana, Okonu Krumuha, Sachiti Jano. A traditional ya mamere wo ho. Nti chi se wo ye education. Na ne krom ho fu no jai. Ana se ekofem kakra wo ho. Anse ne aye ne ma.
Ensa ne krom afo ndo
be ko prison bebre. Won so na to abama na ba parliament. Nti atam so no wo fi ho na wo vote a. Enya party line no kwa. That's how many Samijam fi enya adwene no. Enya party line no kwa. Party no be hwepe o. Until line hwep and so far and so on. But so when your opportunity to go secret ballot now, you must also take a decision and think of your constituents, not only the party. I think you'll be in the SC or Parliament. And run. Because party no the party outside Parliament. Party be in power with two arms of the Parliament. Party in Parliament and party outside Parliament. The party outside Parliament, I decided to say senior young minority caucus na and as a side in their appointment committee the abano party ni adopt ya jatomu into 3 ministers we munko to aba moto aba na mamonto ma won because mo na mba be ka che yensi because of ABC D into me and to ma won and na yakoto secret ballot and nipa ni bi baby club say 14 e be 24 won akwa akoto e di ama won bia na ministers ni lobby. They lobby some of the minority MPs need to their side. So we ever lobby ni bemusa na. So when your secret ballot an opportunity now beto against the interest of the party. You see, but the interest of the constituency is supreme, higher than that of the party.
Sana na esan kejo because which a representation of the people na musi ya name.
But in
fact, to the be a young say ana mu the party lines and so do.
After me who could the constituency in HBB now party so ya opposition. Now politician be am person the party be opposition. In terms of man person, but in reality, the constituency is supreme, is higher than the party.
The party, yeah.
But who question the baby so one other party na continue opposition. Intina na party ni put pressure on the party in parliament. The party outside parliament put pressure on the party in parliament to take a decision to favor the party in total or in generality. Intino ni see now no de idea ye ba be hu bebre yes say ye be hu ni bebre because abang bia so episode de bill bia ba parliament na e be ho ajoba lobby o na olobi nso ya nipa 137 we danga be 10 media obetumi alobi akwa side. Okay. Intino say NDC for no enya adwen bi say yes enya easy for them. If it has no for say MPP for no 138 edu voting so ya won betumi vote 1 or 2 be vote tia won interest pe no ma lose but also say government in power and lobbying skills no e was sort of kakra as in government a party outside government inti ekoba ne sa na party no because at the media na projects be na be akọ constituency ma won so wanya
what your position
say we opposition we minister bi adam for me kai in the 5th parliament na honorable Kofi Boa na oye deputy minister energy na menso min kru no eho ayenso anu nyina na nkru a light wo so enu 10 na menso me pe light akomin kru as na me opposition MP na me ko fa na adam for me hu so okoto ti na okotena yenti ba wa na so makoto na mabetena na nchen me ne bon komo sa no bisa mo na where do you come from constituency where I used to know until that me chire no bisa me go school be juma be na wa yes be one day na me fa pick up me organize the team and your constituency when nyina nkruwa light ni so your listing nyina na me ye letter to so cover notes na me to so na me the call in office me pay hey pay what do you want in my office me to make me ko try say na me the two na ni if I don't do for you, ask for you, are going to sit on radio and make all this noise. You go, papa, take it. Never say, give me a fine. I'm the command engineer director in charge of power. Or no so many so no catch me say obey because me the kind of man engineer no. I mean person me boni no catch me say no here ne deputy minister ne signature because project be reba obey offload me nkro ni nyina dey go project no so but I just say deputy minister na ma approve answer. It me nya approve na me so farmer me na me je na me sang as well na me dem man because no problem that from ho na want one am your drawings you map on map before offer me catch me so ya soma no so me maybe me conscience me wa he me share na me na kwai within a year na nkru from say 100 na ya connect ni nyina nti atemi bia wa hwe ni ya na government in power no lobbying skills no akodoso na obi adamfo na obi bua obi na young time you na bo kana Japan e ka sa asem wi parliament ohia ho ohia e wo parliament nti MPs no atemi bia na ahokere e wo ho na ahokere ba na minister bi aboawo eyi wa fisa ahokere ni ma no de ne bill aba parliament a we me them me 20 and as human beings as we are me what parliament let me closest friend me ranking member say me need to kwai
why
kwame agboja
agboja yeah
unim say me no kwame agboja you to kwai you to me that one room in a hotel
wow
because I say you call London some na hotel ya kwa akoda no msi yambuku ni tan hotel ni nyina ayema international conference be on National Maritime World Maritime Organization.
Okay.
International Maritime Organization. Na was Central London hotels nyina yama. Yako say one hotel penaka. Come say I pay, but you let's live in one hotel and we did. Actually, so we became friends. Inti parliament when I want you who say I debate oba. That's on the floor of parliament meaning na jira ho ni debate. I go for say but we are friends. Inti no about sana I'll send this phone in your because we are then in the critical point they will lobby to leave some of the minorities on their side. It is about the sana so
is it a good practice? And now we're not going in favor of a ruling party.
America one crowd were lobbying the desk. Former MPs can miss here Lucy near my office or parliament.
Okay.
On issues about roads and transport. Now, person lobby mini MPs now. No, I be see me so. And the room lobby amount. One then is open. Even after me grab home the scan lobby. Scan. Out to the sense says how come MPs can declare no to your tax was. Yes. And the lobby. Why would do Ghana high say corruption? What your tax? Or this whole you find say be organization be the Environmental Protection Agency bill be akọ parliament hu adwuma na agency an organization be company be of say that bill here pass be affecting adwuma who say in America most of company ni dimirika okun the lobbying desk no ahwe no wa lobby man other say be amend and say be drop some clauses in the constitution to survive their business nti akoso sa ho ba we yenu ho when we get to that stage I yet the system na say we may even end up having a lobbying desk to do all this thing for us as a parliament as an institution. Okay. One year crowd will say if they have the types of the Samijan fees, that's it. We will cost you the item there. Any item didn't be about more.
A dear name from so our Samijan fee statement here the better.
Oh, so I can say speak out on that journey. He has sold his conscience. Meaning say sound bit too much as we treat man. What on now, Johnny? Hey, what do I catch you? Oh, Papa, say what on now, Johnny? Jerry, what do I could Gina Papa in him? Because honorable Baby, ne Baby di Sabijan Fipa Hino. Now, sir, why you be crying in your say or quiet fast? Now, over to my Cassie, the likes of Muntaka, the likes of Haruna Idrus, the likes of Honorable Afedi,
Right Honorable Abambagwen.
They don't qualify to sit at the front of the minority bench. They don't qualify. Sami Jamfia, our son also cannot pray, sit, not by parliament. Know how difficult it is. to bring one seat to add to your caucus. And so will be a work or 3-4 times. He doesn't qualify to sit at the front bench of your caucus.
The fourth paragraph, I said the current leadership have lost their moral authority to lead and are not fit to sit on the front bench of the NDC side of the house.
Now, the book can say, will be in you. Let us try to identify those leaders who are sitting at the front. Haruna Idris Honorable Muntaka, Honorable Afeji, and others. We say they don't qualify to sit at the front bench. But who? Pierre, Ukophobia, but now Parliamentary to me, and yet chinching, yamping, the idea of Jumon. At times, you have to be friends. At times, you have to judge or maybe our trouble who say, Grand, they were 7th Parliament. Most majority leader, no a signal minority leader, no piafet you, papa, no akakasa, no abetanance. Because anya, you have actually answered now, and I won't have my opponent. Now,
how much?
Now, me who are the Kodia na Samidian 50% can the leadership because leadership in your say, well, insist say young to Abba. You used to voice note, voice vote. We also vote. The sense no money close into. Speak to me who said the yes or the ayes have it. And the speaker said, I'm sorry, you honey and count.
Yeah.
Well, sorry, you know, not be no more. I can't cross it, or crisscross it, way far. To count on it became very difficult. Now, at times, when you want secret voter, that's how some of the MPs behave. About kind of better 3 times.
Most of my son knew of your grade.
We'll get you guys say students, actually. But how no account, no abeshia, how no account, sir. That was what was going on. And the speaker is hardly any young secret voting. Now winning. And Sunday decided to see about 2 Aban and ASEAN 2 Aban. I'm vote to you. Well, and you vote in NDC elusive voting. We are minority leader. Never propose to young 2 Aban. You have to know elusive. I don't know. Other sanka ever 2 ministers no Shaba and I said they voted.
Yeah.
Almost 2 no Shaba. And yes, I be a minority leader to where you can say me and 2 abandon and on him sending members need be absent and or pencil. They do one pencil. Almost 3 could do pencil be a majority leader and the proposal say. Yeah, and I see one thing honorable Jemfi
Sammy Jemfi
who say. You were standing on the said more of your home. Speaker on his own. Ain't me guess it there be a to about into which speaker say will be taking decision now about a minority leader. Can I have your take on this? Now, Wakasa, we are majority leader. Can we listen to you? No, Wakasa. Based on information obtained from both sides.
No, they take a decision.
Into decision I now want to say minority leaders young to abandon and they out. And a majority leader say there be young to abandon the it's a yet you know debate ya
because one form a quorum I want me to take a decision.
But say a debate we can postpone the vote.
Okay.
But both sides must agree. It's only an agreement in them and the speaker is okay. Say ban side yes stand on the same then I can. Say minority need to mean the majority in Kobenkurum.
Yeah.
See about to abandon that and I say about to no china. Yes standing orders and then they can for home. So that I was to say I am to abandon decision.
Okay.
So there was a vote to take decision whether the vote should be taken yesterday or today. So there was a vote. It was more to and then this if you lose.
Yeah.
It was lose not just and was say yeah to about it then be and now sanka ora semi dem fin the minority leader I don't know to my or the number of ballot box not watching some year previously nana. Then the yare ni kwa obe to my and that what one number ballot box yeah he were parliament and obo won say ma won papa wanga ya de enyi ni yana be to me the pata papa mo e do ba bia ayemra the constitution and the standing orders of parliament and the AGYEMAN nti ye be sere no attempted of course me monday I was a friend of a privileges committee yes yeah. Because NDC funa why ya won de won party asema no mum don't catch the speaker of parliament say what tongue ni na dwene nyansan woni timu no what tongue ni nyansan no kware ni I was say MPs majority MPs ni bi wo ko sitting na otumi sori twe speaker adwini so ni afra ne ba mene MP bi tu kwan na ye nyina kita diplomatic passport na ye go a ye cross ya enter no imagine that night so as a chairman of the committee I say me go back na me go say what is
EDNC
when him say wo kwa na wash your passport na wotumi bo oko Google no abodi honorable Samuel Ayepe MP Ayensuano
okay na information
nyina
search engine no
Ayepe Ayensuano insulted the Speaker of Parliament on 18 so blah 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 blah. Honorable Ayepe on NIT FM so and so praise the government for news I carry within oh say me go go ni nyina what is here Jerry me boarding and some what topical issues are taking headlines nyina beba yeah insulting them people person go Canada no you can't enter our country. That's what you do in your hometown. I was say ye ko feda ni who say there was a rejoinder.
Okay.
But assembly the tone so nanya no kwara. So there was a rejoinder. And that allow you to cross. Na mitie media person be also to kwan near the rape allegation atonos. Now, also your boys are many didn't buy say we rape obi. Fortunately for him, asem ye di asem no ya sheda anko court but ya who say na enye no correct. For the allowed. It on na ho. Say ya obo semi jam fi say ya wo gogola. E be yi atem didi a wadi ni nyina.
Ana na be di kan aba.
Nya na be di kan aba. Ni nyina na be di kan aba. Nti wo yadium. Mimi say, hey, ya go kaso radio so MPP for no ya wo near was ye kind of say ye kan. What they are bro pine. But we are out radio no kasa no. Or some say one kasa integrity. One kasa we shinu bang and that thing ye nipa be ka fa ho no. Ni nyina e say wo dwene ho ansa na wakasa. Nti ye ne wakasa ansem wi nyina. Da krokre bia na international.
But enti me konko ba say eye bufuo bi eno hu because okay statement signed. Signed by the state education.
Yeah. Ye nyina nkran mu dutin.
Na fe later we ba beto and just
say we a leader. Na obi ye bibi na ehye we bufu a yokoda na ade chia watu na mo ana say anka o kire owie no na wa hwe senior party member bi acha won kan ma die mu mame we ka to say content na ha na too harsh won say utie nkire wa cho na o kire se ne okasa he writes like the way he talks into wusha ne harsh words ne insulting where say you can radio soon. When we say Adam about writing. Thank God the man will be shame man and yes if man second person a shame man I can never got to a hide we have you when I be shame word we what's the sign of the word we share and I can be wa I can be this because I who bufu men kasa and yabotre and son wa kasa yes oba kan sim bia that year the children question when I can ya we say me dabbing nti eno na wahu a wakoko kansem na ni nyina chi no Jerry mama ntu say adwomu say what ngrangaza
enkramente mum
oya wo jata bi ole jata bi ole keda no bana o nkrankaza o si wakofa jata ba na wo yem na se onyinya na obehu emra Samijamfi owura Samijamfi edidi na nado danko akufu ado ne mpahinifu bi kasa kire won anyhow se ne ope biara na NDC football won sem pra pa enne onso de aba won so jataba na mokofa na mo be yen no enne wanyinga ye jatanini nti wu akasa na obe kire wo awe nti ye besre young politicians no then be the late former President Lawrence, may you so rest in peace. Okay, also babies with sharp teeth. If you have babies, what sharp teeth are? We are hohua na umanya hohua we are. We be fiase awe fearful. The baby we are wo sharp in the teeth man is on fine way. Ahoho no. wanya ahoho ni bi anwe a wankasa no ba yu bia nti osi baby it with sharp teeth and the sharp teeth no one fan ko yu bia what do we within nti ye be sre politics di so be ya ahobrase it can make and not make you say nia why ye afi na akwakọ chira apology papa hina chew pick up leadership of your party and enya o can you know cry enya leadership no ni speaker nkwa na sebita frache o kasa ti a wo or say some members of the party in parliament now can do baby na baby kura na or compare those NDC for outside parliament as those in parliament or your comparison be like I say one day
also omo kura de omo swa wo na do so
but me o can be so can say one na one aye sa ye nye sa something like that
yeah okay baby baby sir
enti yesre untumi entena ku mu na on kasa enti aku ni nyina enti we de ogwanse ma cow na so menwe ye
okay
omra bontin na obepa cho ni he say the party mpanhinfo no beji cho pa na to man na mum speaker no de say watch ne ba parliament na say na ubi do parliament and na be who say yes the pepper is hot
all right how you need 100.9 you made your torchlight na ne you need a former member of parliament ayensu and about one person so former roads and transport committee chairman of Ghana Machebe Fie honorable Samuel Ayepe on nane no edin koma the torchlight ya de ato some wala na review akwatia or say JM should be ignored for his unguided and reckless statement all around because the Supreme Court breaks down the clarification of the verdict to the layman's understanding to avoid some politicians throwing dust into our eyes with regards to today's verdict. Knowing that President Nana-Addo is the legitimate president of the land. Be read, Mr. President. Now, no BB says, JM, my friend Nana-Addo, and I say 2013, no, after verdict, no, who said Nana-Addo free JM. I wish you JM, my friend Nana-Addo, and you hear your question, BB, sir. But then the statement is also the two, the be a few okay. I come first at the Frachima Yiribi, aka Pink Sheet 1. Also, after monitoring the court issued from the one, what I come first from Achima Yiribi have studied is that the NDC have lost their own database of court petition, a year election petition. Let's continue follow social protocols and my regards to Honorable Kodo Ponkroma, Pesiakwa, and the entire people of Achiman Sam. We come first time, Ediene. We say the address is also dismissed as without merit. Fighter, Kwakubuache, Simplicity, Adodiabeni. We say Majori. Greetings to you and Honorable Ayepe. Jerry Mahama has wasted his years in politics and in courts. But what annoys me is the taxpayers' money feeding him and his aplanke. I know there's an amranity. It's ended and Ubu Benyafu because I'm not the answer. I say God bless MPP government and Nana Abudani Ado and Baumia administration Mahama. Would not put again. Jerry, please tell Mr. President John Mahama that that's it. Gomez appeal 2. Also, Jerry, thank you for a good job. His Excellency Nana Addo, congratulations. Greetings to Honorable Kojo Pankrom and Honorable Howard Kumsin and Dr. Free Akoto Adamfo Nyenyame. Where Gomez appeal 2. Abraham Bosikani talented from his home Santia Kura. I'll say finally, the Supreme Court has spoken. The rule of the game is evidence. The petitioner's case was very, very weak. They shouldn't prove any evidence to support their case. Next time, they should provide strong evidence to support their case. John Mahama and his followers should come together to support President Nana Addo Akufo-Addo. Abraham Bosikani talented. Thank you. We say John Dramani Mahama went to the Supreme Court to have pushed aside the true will of the people as expressed on December 7th and replace it with corrected mistakes made in declaring the results and with hypothetical benevolence. Let's dash him all 31 registered voters and give him a runoff. Congratulations to Honorable Joshua Makubu, Uti Regional Minister. No crowd betting. Let me see memory tunnel. We say now the Supreme Court case is over. So Ghanaians, let us come together and build our country together. We are money fitter. And no so or the abba money fitter. We didn't know as a
Many papa man
or as I can say.
yes.
It's not the associate or chia.
Yeah.
Mm.
Not friend.
Okay, good. Honorable, it's road accidents now. Wo ebra wo roads and transport committee chairman. Embra mo hye ye. Anamutu amutu ye se maban. Eye first time medical na ado aben. Mo be ko ati a road accident. Car kwanhie sisi. National Road Safety Commission. Embra by so ma ba be authority. Ede abotin na mo ye. Mayi hu.
Yeah, road accidents. Eye ade a nokware ni ekum nipa edi nipa ewu epre nipa pa wo Ghana. Na say the statistics ne ba abontin. Na me person me bo meeting akeka bi. Na na me person anka figure nda manim na me quote. And say last year nkwa no kum nipa more than 2,000 road accidents. And from January to date nkwa no ekum nipa close to 185 plus. Nti ade a nokware ni ohaw ewo omanyimu. Nipa road accident etwitwa wonan edi won dem won akadem and wo kankan abuburuja nti ade a ye nyina ewo se ye soro ne yakutia senia covid ba ya oman nyina soro twi senia wo so obi akra hyedan mu ne yetu ase a ye hyedan bi je de se sie de sa eni bre na so ko road accident no so a e betuma abo apa na akofam iye isan se edi yewu ekum nipa ese properties na ema ne o manyina eso etumi eye basa obi ba school asai isane say ne ba ne maami akowu through road accident obi ne papa ne maami nyina atukon akwa aba na wo nyina won akwa akohwere won kwa amni bi sa coaches bi konya accident e wo teacher man ti yesu ba impactable na couples bi a wo wi beti won story me wira ho pa wo wa abrochiri na wo ba besen akwa akodi brunya nti wo fa plane ni bedu kotoka and wo kofa bus e wo circle wo de kukumase retired professor bi ene ne yere wo nyina ahwere won kwa tena abrochiri so many years
awa ba bedu
Ghana ha nti no accident ni emu nsem ni bi ya wo nti ema ye ba power no na do da kwa kufu ado e de hyehyɛ ba ise ye hwɛ senior National Road Safety Commission na ejuma waya no wayɛ advisory body bi ena o ma no wayɛ education kakra sika ye de ama no na otumi de ya na so betoto ne amade akɔ support MTTD na wakɔ GPLTU ho no no akɔyɛ hyehyɛ kakra na wa support DVLA nti yes sadia ye hia regulator bi a obe regulate road transport industry no na sa regulator no se ye be ye dia ye fa sa powers na ye the regulate road transport no ye fa ma National Road Safety Commission because commission no e ho de daw nti ye be an authority ni ye man more powers to regulate the industry e be boa nti the bill ne ba parliament da me na me chairman na me committee speaker e refer bill ne ma yen ema yakomu mako line by line ema ye all the necessary amendments ema president ya pass bill na be an act ema president to assent to the act amen o ka say act ne adwuma National Road Safety Authority recruit be a fellow road inspectors e act ni a wogusu training won enoma bebre e act ni ma National Road Safety Authority afiase a ode re adwuma me gidi say sane me nyina ba na be fiase adwuma e be boa ma road accident no abrase kakra e wo Ghana ha oman bia ni wa watumi atu road accident ase kwata to zero but yende ne de e wo soro dodo nti se ye de sa na yi ba na yetumi enforce a e be boa ma road accident akoso ba ku a akofam ba ku a e wo ho a ye beka ho asem no e say road transport industry no say player bi we industry no say bi GPLTU VIP you see be register all the higher occupant vehicles in this country be register when one say Kenya accident red car bi VIP red car bi VIP
eba say what will be san one stress here be sending
when him send Ghana Airport Company in the civil aviation we register airplanes with the colors. Sound the baba ye ewa haning.
Okay.
Say we register company na we choose color. In so we paint to bus no red oba na within a red. Red and green we register red and green. Bus be operate be no be red and green. The transport operators no service providers no on ba benya regulations FE National Road Safety Authority ho. Won't mean go say wo bus no we color the register bus here red. No chan kwa paint to bus green now the nam company.
Okay.
Afei ya de nyama bi a eje di say e de akwanhia beba fam nso ebetugwa. A typical of it all. And it say drivers are ya wo drive kwantintin no nga bre no woda no wa fini lem no wa akofofo lem na ano say akwanhia aba. Eno say the other ban say driver no kwa two drivers. So ye nyan see rest stops. Drivers no betwen na bus na betu no ho no wa beje kura na. We don't tell about ni mu no nda. No ba ko en drive. Odu baabi no abra. Na anye so abre mpo a e be che ne baabi odu a wa bro wo mre yo. So hand over bus no. E my second driver no to aso. No be say say de e be den aye. Your road safety inspectors. And afei National Road Safety Authority eba be introduce the first the logbook. It is a pass ni be two STC a. Obe log in. Obe che driver kwan.
When ni nyina na yamra foforo na.
Yes, a new act ni. Obe log in a. Obe chere time kwan otuin. And the driver kwan kita car no. We sign with the name because the driver's license kita no. Odu baby I was say o change driver no wan change. We go to road safety inspector no kwan so obe stop no. Bring your logbook. Obe show logbook no mu no. Ofi akraban driver A the license ni bibia ni ono logging in. Odu Kumasi no sanka driver B the car no de kodu kintampo. Wanye saa nti ya akere no. You be fine we do be court no ya fine. You be fine your company no. Be fine with driver no so. Afei DVL so e de bibi ba. Chip embedded license won ga shase. You be see yakwa de na abrochiri wakoni bi. E be du baby no you better to point. You to point and now point in this sign. Now license na afei wuntumi mfa nye adwuma ebie muntumi fan kaka ebie ye start ye saa na ebetuma aboa international road safety inspectors no ba ba ye adwuma soronku bi a ebeboa national MTTD fo no ene DVL fo no ebetuma aboa ma won adwuma wo ye no akonanim pa won be regulate DVL nso say DVL
road safety authority
yes
no won be regulate
yes
ene so won adwuma na akese o
won be regulate DVL. Oh, mama to make audit with DVL. Mako say kwan ben so na mo fa so test drivers as na mo license. Na omko your auditing no na say sin to be woman. Obeka che mu say kwan mo fa so test drivers ye nyi ntomo. Ye ma mo 1 year, ye ma mo 2 years. Mo nya correction. Mo nya correction na etumetum do nga court. National Road Safety Authority betum the DVL akokot say kwan wo fa so train wo drivers no. E ka ho na akwanhia ba ya kire wo kwan a wo fa so. Na omo pese omo beye nti sa na ma we nyina eka ho bi afei private testing centers na DVLA a license won a what test cars no National Road Safety Authority betumi abo ahyen ho na won akohwe bon equipment na what test vehicles no won ahwe se ampa se equipment na standard etumi test vehicle any standard they can close your station down or send you to court and fine you will be viewed for administrative charges charge you no went to amado be court nti ni nyina wo act ni mu say in fact yetumi di adwuma ebe boa apart from that no wakọ DVL wakọ akọje sticker bo ka ho wo ties nyina awe yetwa mu fu barrier ho na police ni hu tie no wanka hwe watwa mu wakọ to receipt officer no kwan so ogina obehu say sticker na fresh o driver's license in mu ye fresh wo ties awe this ya na ofi police station barrier across National Road Safety Authority ebe charge MTTD na oye nhwe ha maka ne tire we twa mu a wa hu ntumi an check GVL officer na o issue sticker no at the time ani pa no kwai na the tire no awe wa hu ni nyina investigation go on afi ye free bibi accident investigation and also act ni se Kenya accident National Road Safety Authority be ye wom accident investigation boy accident investigation na reporter ebeba no ena ebi hu se information no fi driver no if company no if DVL if MTTD if Ministry of Roads and Highways agencies now.
Me chawana na they say ya kwan said the wabwa Ministry of Roads ni ade. Ya kwan ya ye fa so because you say your triple is the education, engineering and enforcement. Engineering no akwan na ye no so road safety authority
very good. My very typical example. When we make consensus one design road ni say dual carriage. And I have half. And a half on you to me. Ya offload traffic ni na dey akọ one leg of the road. Inti baby o ha car ni yin ti away hu pine na nipa ewu. National Road Safety Authority be to me come ultimatum to Ministry of Roads and Highways.
Wow.
Through their agency. Ghana Highways Authority. Say, ye mama abosume biesa. Ye mama abosume sia. Ye mama fe. Man we the other leg of the road more offload traffic now cause you best charge them. What's a charge on went to ya? Your charge on went to your friend administrative charges. Your charge on went to ya, they will take you to court. The Queen of us design road no. And the accident.
Obechana acquire a street lights.
Exactly.
And where acquire so
my another example. One musician na only accident or brown
Ebony.
One Queen of us only accident. Contracted be acquire
good.
And very good. The National Road Safety Eco Inspection. No who say contracted be adwuma ya no wie or the anwea ahipi baby a na wokuhu a won be charge the supervisor engineer no Ministry of Roads and Highways na ono nso a charge contractor yes say contractor na enyi anwea na mfiwo over a certain periods of time National Road Safety Authority on this time na be ma won a won be non administrative charges no wetu ya want me to ya or the neighbor court say wo contractor na man adwuma no we ja anwea bi egu kwan ma dangerous to motorists and they pose danger to motorists. It is why me yisa anwea na fi kwan ni ma see we better na court court a charge National Ministry of Roads and Highways and you know na momu no the will the political will to do it. Because these are two government two government agencies and I ever be rocky CCU. Two government agencies. Inti share young acting man. Do president now appointed Director General of National Road Safety Authority. But our mandate, removing him is not easy like that. Because Yayan in such a way say obetumi anya some form of autonomy be na watumi dey in adwuma. In terms of funding, we say we go kasi National Road Safety Authority. Ono na oba be policy ni a policy this government institutions and non-governmental institutions in the road transport industry. Now at the same time, we should say government is cannot dey in adwuma. We share government be a ono no road safety ni nya ni interest a. On fee. Afọ na if you are the pressure out no so onye sika kwa road bi e na wa kire wa bre no road we kwa ni say no the pressure out so ya or intin ye ni say and the funding no your man one percentage mean kai percentages ni nyina but your man one percentage from the road fund and we hold it out and them say you increasing no and afei National Insurance Commission kind of insurance for the and also I think it's 1.4 2.5% insurance and also National Road Safety Authority.
I've got insurance companies one more exactly post for crowd one more because post if we one man share any I go try insurance na sika ground there be ebe national National Road Safety Authority na e dey akoboa won I think road driving test schools driving schools no almost can be omutua equal DVLA and also a percentage of it is going to National Road Safety Authority until at the end of the quarter no every quarter biano that's the nyina be National Road Safety Authority I face National Road Safety by your auditing for instance for person who audit DVLA you pay it's not for free until omu engineers no kwa auditing na omo ya accident investigation it will not be free and we have ebe generate IGF na ye dey aye afi road safety we say United Nations Road Safety Organization I don't know it's an organization or institution under the UN now me chairman last 2 years under secretary for road safety under secretary for road safety of United Nations sir
yes the same under secretary for security near the it's a big institution. Road
Institution,
safety is
Ankasa.
very important to United Nations. Into you were under secretary for road safety or in charge of road safety United Nations. Or ba Ghana ha or ba me nishia krama. You didn't come bebre. Na one more my World Bank. Say World Bank and so imeso yasin. Na yam fight against road accident in Ghana. Into which act in ma you were donation from donor institutions like the World Bank, like the JICA, and institution we also my grant, and I say support now you to me the fight road accident, and also one of the fundings, and I feel loans. Our monies approved by Parliament. This is Ministry of Transport. Parliament not nisika kwa so koja approval. Oko details na be say part or a percentage of the money also go to road National Road Safety Authority.
Road Safety Authority.
Na eba authority say one more ba fee
normally agency and
Ministry of Transport.
Oh, transport.
But the authority very soon say once kasem nyina to 2 year obefi controller accountant general.
Oh, sir.
They have to generate to pay themselves.
Okay.
Omenya director general and the directors under them. Na wonga benya managers. Na wonga benya road safety inspectors. And out to the down there.
Na the inspectors here dey nyina omuna. Na inspectors na adwuma be no.
And I make say one will be your auditing. Inti inspectors here for mechanical engineers, automobile engineers, civil engineers. One will measure road and other side no. Inti ni nyina wonga recruitment. Adi say wonga recruitment na wogusu training one the nene enche wo be share adwuma ase. Na wo share adwuma ase be say public no be cooperate, especially the motoring public no be cooperate with them because say eberu baby kwa na wa your road. Now, once a day, now pavement, our passengers, before National Road Safety Authority, be to match the Ministry of Roads and Transport, highways, say, I don't know, constructive roadway. Now, you need be passengers and pedestrians in the befa. Inti, Sano Monomani, you know, idea, National Road Safety. Inti, industry players and the one also be show. Papa, ye. Mempa, Bonnie say, auditors, no, inspectors, no, road safety inspectors, and the Bay on Jume. Now, one found quay, Sikasem. Nkwadiji ade kokoko bi na eya na nipa bi dije na obetumi aye adwumani we ni ye paade a megedi se enuoma ewo
emrani mu no
enenia National Road Safety afiase to akwan mu a wo ye no ebebo apama akwanhia
na America tenta ye ko wa yakwan so ade na ebetima ye to regulate
in the act no say me can be a friend logbook for instance ufi akra okotamale well do a circle. We a coach. While logging in, say me driver so and so na mefa. Tama media to me. We do and no. No received inspector. No I do logbook no. Obasha tama with 2 or Accra. And the time I would be doing koko. Hey, 1.5 hours. Now what 1.5 hours if Accra be doing koko? Violating of the law. What violate? Minimum should be 2 hours. Into your hono. So what call 1.5 hours let's say America 2 or council and yasam ketwa. You will be charged by the road safety officer. Inspector no be charge you. Inti afio bugu baby ahwe driver corona no afa car ne sa.
No, they don't. Commercial vehicles in pe.
And commercial vehicles
Ankra
Ankra the
man factor into it.
Ya kan uru the art na a vehicle and every vehicle is a vehicle. But the emphasis is on this commercial vehicles. I think car be na able to meet a commercial vehicle and a bus and a coach. And also it's defined in the act. Act in the National Road Safety Authority. More specifications. For instance, there was how long coaches CB or Ghana ha ne entrance near Bakope. And now Oko National DVL for airline na. E wo mu say e wo say yenya doors near 2. Back for safety exit. And a main door no. So at be a DVL fu etumi bu on enugu na so no register car no be sha na okru mu no na the door no e front one no kwa. It is say car no accident is in neighbor mu bang na front door no close. You say accident to me mua na close front door no. E ko ba no sa e me bi bus bi a nya accident to that to mu sa. Nipa no bibire we chi a won empira. Na so no wonya ba bi a obefa.
Ombefa.
We na ewu. Inti ya say the bus no coaches no coach na say any exit we chi door no nye front and back yem prema o fa commercial sana me nya national road safety authority ebeba oba beje omo certificate kire say am wa pass yes and Ghana civil aviation oba inspect with aircraft I mean ya pass apart from so get international parks I the ban you also look at the years and ya pass until you were regulator or railway sector Ghana Railway Authority honestly a regulator or regulating the railway industry the whole Ghana 95% of our transport system is on road. The remaining 5% is share among rail, sea, and air. In other than your Okita 95%, on only regulator. Now, near Okita 5%, on no regulators are regulating industry. So I think it's a very good decision. There, men are do 95% into also mean a regulator. But I don't know what we are paying. I think she should be about offload the pressure on the road from 95%. You bet me reduce na be 60%.
And you just say
railway. And then you per se we no you bet me afa train efitema akofa mpakadam akwa kosi even boku akọ Ogadigu. You were 3 spines, the central spine, the western line, and then the eastern line. The nina yajuma cocoa, bauxite, near manganese, timber, yachi, and say your rose containers. This is Buankra, so
inland port.
This meant Marchi. Me persona, you pass a contract agreement. That was the 7th Parliament.
Yeah.
By March this year, March money away. You better cut so them say I cut it down. President talk cut so. It's construction is starting this month. I have benya Buankra inland port no. It's training load fitama na abesing akọ Buankra na akọ offload containers ho. It we fi Burkina Faso, we fi Kumasi, we fi Tamale, we fi Niger, we fi Chad. Na person be you we nyama e wotema haba. We ba na container no custom officers ni ade nyina ewo Buankra no wa fa wo ho atire wo ho a ebe fa do wa ko Burkina Faso udu wa watu ya wa condition it is out tracks akese na enam kwanso e kwaso accident ni bebiri na ebe ko fam many railway minister eko China that was about 2 years or so 1.5 years ago na yakwa order coaches aye train coaches ni ebe fa container and you flat body ebe fa container na ya ni say bucket and ebe fa bauxite ni manganese ni ade a ye de ko ansana yenya ebia eno nso ye call China no ati say wuti play mu air condition fully air condition you were first class you were business class and you were ordinary economy eno no e move a drive 160 kilometers per hour powered by diesel engine ya ye hu adina pass loan agreement in Ghana say a standard gauge train standard gauge no eba be ye adwuma na etumi aboa ma passengers pace no kura masa train move 160
kilometers per hour
non stop metuma ga say we do less than 3 hours so we do commerce and with the condition up first class would swing wo chair no na it say na while like say wo le mu papa wanga sa wo cabin we inside very beautiful I know my way nyina no I would say by the end of
the amokioma pass my na be ni ebehu
na sa say no kra ye kwa odae no the construction no can take about 18 months I guess what you go on work to I say oda na the tour it's in the Ghana Railway Authority and the Ghana Railway Company engineers in there fine and I want my no many nyina o ma hwe so ya last 7th Parliament and they pass a loan agreement $240 million eno na ye de kwa kwato saa train no e de abagana ha e be bu apapa
okay
ema load na wo road so no so to me akofem na ya na ma so mo kada ben e be ba we are when pass am pakada ta fanga ifi akrako ko fast but so better rain has started
yes okay but who say one more years overhead
yes baby train no and yeah the whole Africa, it be ni baby. We are me say Ghana and I don't know, very few countries. Say, 30 meter span. Bridge across river no. 30 meter span. Train by faso. Easy. It been in the whole of Africa, not even South Africa, not in Nigeria. It's in Nigeria. Abangi ebabeye. Let me expand the road industry. Yeah, expand no na you offload traffic ni bi ekofa train so ya. Eno so be boa ma akwanhia no abrase.
Okay.
Say me confidence say me train ma 3 hours me Kumase. 2.5 hours me Kumase. Na accident bi ensi a. Ebe kakra no bi enu obefro bus, bi also be call by train.
Okay. Good. My make messages in the Facebook live. Me fana fe memra meti for the so. Na wa be hwe e chi ho no mame. Na Salisu sechere. Also, John Dramani Mahama went to the Supreme Court to help push aside the true will of the people. Himself, Makanda, the Salisu Medasim. Where Jesse Manobana hearing from Abeka. Also, from the onset, we the MPP were of the strong conviction that Mr. Mahama and his NDC had no compelling evidence to back their claims. I'm, however, not surprised that a petition has been thrown out. Their petition was completely waste of everybody's time. But as a Jesse, Makwasi Kisi, or see a day will come, these judges will realize harm they did to this nation by loving political party than our dear nation. Hey, Master. Or the JDM must be well celebrated for his kindness he has shown to this nation. Leviticus powers. Also, the Supreme Court has unanimously dismissed the NDC 2020 elections petition and must award Supreme cost against John Mahama. So next time he will learn lessons. But I say Sami Kwei and now the other Leviticus powers. Sechere 80. Also, good evening, McJerry. I don't know why President Mahama and NDC continue to put their poor performance on Judgment. Every Ghanaian watching the Supreme Court petition concludes that the NDC didn't have any evidence. Walanyo also the Supreme Court breaks down the clarification of the verdict into be a timidity as a year papa. Virgin Chambers at Chelsea, I'm watching you live from Accra Kerry. We're upon all demonstration and long last Supreme Court Akasa. But this were dismissed a year petition. Now, where's Honorable Mark? We the people who watches you from Facebook and so you won't take messages. No, your boy Dennis Medan same say I can be crying and some at the amount. Now, a big bizarre question be wahana, my share quickly. Where's a good evening, McJerry? The former honorable member has spoken well concerning road inspectors. But my biggest problem is about enforcement, instant fining. Will not allow these laudable ideas solve the matter. Only be say, maybe a spot fine be your hand with you. Now, when you say, McJerry, please ask your man, what about the bad roads that are being constructed? For instance, where I live was done just this last Christmas, but there are now manholes on the roads. Pothole and your potholes was a manhole. Mag, you been on it. Into another way. I
me call road industry ni mu no ebe e chairman ade ba kwa me hu na show the works young contractors ni bi tank scale ho anka make say bitumen surface bitumen that yenya aye because say yen ni hu yo
yenya pena say
oh nanka yenya asphalt no kwa na obi can say what about the rules many rules minister edin komo na adwene chire bi amede ba me dey so no so hu say adwene papa say this year 2021 2022 ya gebetumi a ye reduce number of road contracts e be ma no na ye ntu ya contractors neka because contractors are road contractor ye dey ama no thank you to your contractors ni nyina ka no bia ko site no ko ye adwuma ya at least we have not less than 2 tests of our road network be in a very good shape.
Okay.
But in PMP, you know, enye MPP nkwa government bi oba ban mu bia no. I pressure I want so me am making the man communist house is ya no wa ma me kwan ni bi say I pay.
Bako kroma.
Me so me de beko. Nti ya na pressure no won so. Na what the pressure na award contract more than their budget. Na afi budget ni ntumi ntu ya na ya the pressure.
Akwa den.
Akona afi the contractors no why you money halfway no we ja ho na nsu to na abue ene baby a mete wa taifa me kona ekwan ni magiri gitem I had the enya sound that what happened asena ba ma dwunu mu say oh Yeah, the corner my contractor, why drains no edu baby. Na we raise certificate in tu na kan tin sunu to no na afa drains you san ka afa the other direction is being redirected. But all ye drains ni we are it will stop. But on we no these are the challenges
but akwan na wo ya enche ne de say ye ni ko ho honorable.
Nia solution ba akwan I can be say me the bus ni penya dem ya adwena. McJerry Construction Company Limited. Yeah, man say ye achimoto of anko.
Yeah.
Uye we are near Tuawaka. Ye Tuawaka we are near the Kwano amount. Maintenance, periodic maintenance and repair.
Within a period of time.
Repair. Any period of the amount. Okay, the amount say about 5 years. It will be repair Kwano now the estimate. Aba. The ministry no tuya. It is all catch the Kwani say Kwan we be last for 5 years, 10 years. Now we are within 6 months. Now we're catching the Kwano to 20. Yemos cannot go patch report school. So that is one year.
Sandy, no, Sikana Yeja to an friends a contention, BB.
Oh, I know 1 year. Retention, I know 1 year.
Retention 1 year.
1 year.
Or Nano Crew, no, no, this Kennedy. Retention,
mode of payment. Contract any be to me, a prima seal. All my prima seal now the certificates in ACEM. And not only this government, it's in United States. Now payments in ACEM. Na feed the contract and utiana car no akwe BBR because bank loan could interest no I just can't finance any be doing in Inti na make see I was say yes that basically we want to construct our road. The ability will look for money and invest into the road sector. So you share that pace case here the big doing so anon. You to mean 1 point something billion Economic Ministry of Energy. And I tell you, see the $1 billion Emma Ministry of Roads $1 billion. Who say the face of our roads will change.
Okay, but that's my come about so
we can do that. Easily do it. The better market raise Euro 1 billion. Yeah, Ghana dedicate 1 billion.
Ghana na say Yeniska, but Wokona cooking kind Ghana your audit reports nobody had now say you. Can a baby be a fakra yin to me?
You rules in it's Jacob Bobosia 1 billion. Yeah, the question rules.
Anymore. Okay. Mame fa etiefo 03022 43 540 and 03022 57 902 honorable IP former member of Parliament Ayinsu and about to person so former chairman Roads and Transport Committee of Ghana Mrashebeje Fee and then on any na bonkomo. 3 major issues and the Parliament the call so you share the verdict from the Supreme Court. Now the road accidents. What do you think about this? Madwe? Yes, man. Yes, man.
Pious David Benson,
Obiamu Yaba, you're going name.
Oh, country, I do country, Odabula, or Nemo Sakano, country, Mingado Michiano. Now, media Martin and Kayepa, wasn't wire hard worker. Now, Minna, yeah, party back home. Now, country, so the call 1 jan and number month. Now, men begging the number of friends, now, many the begging for more. One was saying, Compo will be known as a friend or more party. She said, Honorable Boniface. Missy, your MPs be all Mulusu or Mutis, yao. You better say a party thing in the war. Say, well, you know, Muna Suna 2024 is Yansimin Gay at Tisnum Bebre soon count you. Boy, one more, I didn't get a Bebre, I'm better my AGYEMAN Magana, I can't be better. Magali, Papa will hear some of what kind you repa. Wouldn't say you were to Mr. Ghana very year. Now, Magali, now, some you know, I put over now the man. Woman, I put over night, and then, even Baba, a speaker. But you want to know to home my NDC go. But you want woman Ghana for. And she said, some of them the speaker at Tema in Tempata.
Okay. Better say, Meba Jomadue. Memo. Hello. Okay, Yanfa Bofroni, uncle. Meba Jomadio.
Champion McJerry.
Yes, man, you too. Nana uncle.
When you were Nana Amwakuni, and you may papa, and you must know Wayama or my Ghana. McJerry, Master make a MPCR. National election year, a host of a bomb DCs, no, meaning the Bri and Yadrin.
Maybe papa honorable a pay artist studio way. Uncle Prime Marjorie make come with the degree say, say papa I pay a unique promise now. I use on the seat about 3 years because you are ground. Now what that MP our using for 12 good years, Marjorie. Just when now and yet on also you good and how we bought time. You plenty DC so DC our using constituency. Papa will say DC and DC ultimately near to my.
No, Ojina here no can say, or take out now, can say,
Marjorie, or Tom Toto, Marjorie, or Daddy FM. I say, on my main to me, Mamuda, me bro, on Castle the Bois. Or something, because my many NDC, oh, Daddy FM. Well, it's a very uncle campaign to my messy t-shirt, as I'm man is of fire campaign, me bro, on Castle the Bois. And lose no lose media, or no lose on lose here, because I know one from a month for no. The SI said that it's a carabiner on posing power in the final, and a man, you lose why you're in the city, no. And if the delegate, another is honorable I pay, Nankasan and lose the city, because I know one from a month for no.
Madam say, Beba Jomajoy.
Major Somange.
Yetio Yanko.
Now I can say Fitabora on my Mamentia MPP Abanga, aka Ubia BDT. Na Mentia, yeah, Papa, Dr. Adumaku Kisi, and Yansu Toom, and you are Canada Moa, a Chiano. Mange, yeah, Papa, but you need dinner then.
I pay, some like pay, honorable.
I pay, honorable, I pay. Utie. Will be to say Nanamwa and can you see no? And be an word because the other two about no Mike. Amwakuba will state in India or can problem. I was the boy. Intimate say or back can an amwakon abene because on was boy pa I would him down. Na bibinia boy no so to me accident. My gay ya best Sami Jampi. Oye Abamua Afina was sit to or what started our policy. But in some Sabino, Marjorie, Anthony Boas. Because Uncle Gina constituency be at Sadia, you I pay, I in Suanoa, Yatu Abamaneda, oh, party money at Abamada. So at as into become parliamentary as not more. As so often
Okay. Madam say, Beba Jomajo. Yetio.
About the senior,
You're going.
You remember that Mr. Minio this year, I never will be a cousin in Kano. Maybe some member Pana, honorable, I pay say. I can't enter her. You didn't get to any moon. I wrote to member says we be. I can't enter.
Rosette on come home.
Ah, okay. And me appear married, but something for me in our war. Say, I can't enter a white couple. One mamma, one day, and just and pole. And then the Hawaii station, ya can't want some over 1 year. He contain an air Benny, I call post office a while. The Carnabaco, a Jaho, ne Lodu, no, we're quite TV, shopping more about White Caponia, a Choku, traffic move. The Akema da Bay, contain a vehicle, Milato, Biso, and Sunny Ababe, and more a Cassandra. Yes, some Umbrame do Mamma. We have someone never.
Better see no one doing chair. Maybe I told me why you. Yetio.
Mike, now what to say?
Boko.
Well, Nana was coming pretty down to mine. Mike, what's your about any area, Dr. Editum? Yamia, there's a coin beer. Whatever part of some of the Cassari. Yes,
My penny, Enya, and Swenny ain't a good so your arrangement in your Baba. Fine.
Mike, what do I carry the worker? You too. Now, Mike, you make a say. Oh, I'm paying that was the money, Mama. The petition was the coin. I told you, Mike, petition the coin at consume but me for a person the high court judges and the two down what you to who say petition the coin not be any the one about your boy my god in a pass your boy judges and basso so the judges the coin for so who was someone who started from A to go C Z.
Now, what's it Supreme Court ruling in Wajiatum?
You know, Mike, who are you to man? What do I say?
How can I not can say Wajiatum? That no guy.
What's it?
Also, no one ya drain.
But what do you want to be a career?
There no chance of Wajiatum.
And my example or be no, Mesa was maybe. But one can be a
Nanado can say on YouTube or no one ya drain no review. Okay, but that's a Bobo from Ra. Obi Casa Munti ye. Why, last one year. Majo?
Majo, go so.
Yet you, Eja.
I didn't when you of Uncover your foot, your
Yes.
I can't do any to that, and former President Mamma who didn't mean. And this one you to cry, you see, dear. And the body, you have understand the catch was at him when you have a body, as I said, that's been the whom here. Chamu of I pay mammy. You mistaken the buyer, I could run a free hole, but you best are you best anti. Name say best anti a Cuyano. But next 4 years, you bet you could run a free and this in him. You can crab in the buyer and a coffee as I'm buy. My dear, you see, a fear king ya buffalo. Just as some no, and you ever see us here, you can be, and just you have a coy and mabu or man come. Not me catching this for no Calano, Casado. And you better one more start watching on pen of one on Macao and you. Come in the video on walk off. Why?
That's it. Medan so be afraid be medan see what torchlight so mean to me fat calls on the door but yeah
Adibia MPP for ye account be na ye lusu yen seat bebre e bi na abranti o ka say okay
na na wako
on efe na wako well minimum mum de say ye
so on so no boy yes say
ye ko promise na o campaign si when the MP Nissan could be ma, you be lose. That is your campaign message. Now can MP ni winning primaries no. Now the Sunday beye na asema ye kan no ebebem. Inti yanko fa independent candidate. Ni enso na sen ni emaniska. No on vote be fee and stronghold. Enuma papem is our strongest hold. Now ko fa independent candidate wo. Na mo sponsor no battery 2,600 votes. Na ye lose things and see a kind. Again, and ye primaries ni wie. I pay. Ye case will be lose munyai. Na mo nya na. Okay, munya ni ense. And a yan to me win and then I want some our kind abem. But mo certificate and browse campaign team apart from independent candidates on go find buy no. Na mo san certificate and browse campaign team and no pay we anwumire certificate and browse campaigning. Ya MP no lose. See a kind sabem. And now you son of when side we call so me I baby. Where the MP ni be lose. Okay, we win the primaries. Made the 160 votes and they beat me closest opponent during the primary. Yes, I mean you're popular in the constituency. I can be closest opponent 160 votes. Now for your primary say we munya any campaign. Now for moko fa independent candidate. And I share well so lose you to be generous kesi you kind. What can you lose when you lose and you paying crown? Constituency nya me minimum say the equal primaries we are asa
yeah
say seat ni beko good and can ye say seat ni beko in this word
but now we primaries no one can count no men see any
ya kaka ya form campaign constituency national and the region the how we should form the campaign team by ya form campaign team no ebinum enama what to abama na kufa do a na kan de na wato ne awe awope tips your records so now what can you know me and we are not beginning radio so that na we can ask me I'm not be surprised so can get them brass campaign team the west okay see you now can
what's so boy
committee chairman 2018 Metuma count 7 major road projects ongoing, ongoing. CCI contractors go so. Now see you to abawie your payment no enya maaye no na contractors ni bi. Enuma papem yegu quota na atwam wo enuma papem. Wo ba quota 36 kilometers. Yegu 16 20 kilometers and contractor no go so your ho adwuma. About 6 towns and a road projects, town roads ekos wo. Onu yasugbe ho na ofi yasugbe ape wa se mangwase onkwohwe no nkwohwe yasugbe bonku krabwa ni nyina contractor gusu a wo ehu adwuma na ne wo kan ya ne se ye kan si primaries no obuni obelusu to justify our case no momi anya campaign ti ano ye mi se ye kan si aye pay we ni primaries na obelusu we wini anya hwe se seat ni beko NDC de moma ye nyina aye mwa eno an go find independent candidate amba eno an be campaign skirt and blouse agamelus
okay
so you know can no munyaka all right be fa so ye be can bo ne wa kwaji seat na ba they have no excuse wo kwase si adodo na wo kwaye sa skirt and blouse no won no
okay honorable yada say na nwumre so ba be kan ye ho na brado say ye no be do go etio for Joseph
mo station no mo ya de yakobon
that's a Jenny Honorable Samuel Ayepe, Mrashe Bedwani, aye former MP in Canada, Mrashe Bedwani, aye about to so former Roads and Transport Minister Chairman, former Roads and Transport Committee Chairman, Gather Mrashe Bedwani, on a year special guest. We need a Magjerry or AGYEMAN. Now, women have been one pious bid Manson, woman the one yedi jumedi yede bro. Margaret Abena Frema Bankro, in charge of the social media handles. Facebook Live, Jumedi available. YouTube, Despite Media, no swedawo. Or channel 5:30, Minu Beshi Organa Muntie, so Friday's edition as usual. Yebeshia, na morning show the time. Now, one said the only watching exclusive interviews, Papebi, and the Abaye, Ewa Yagana Muntie, so neat 100.9. Now, me say, me pe Ejumaya 4, unim, say, ubetimi atom pan, when you men wo, Yaka Jumana, ready. Masa bepe woma won betima ton pano papebi eti bomadia na wode aya no afre 020 11 62 746 020 11 62 746 o Francis bia wo bia mede ebema DJ Toxic why crado obaba be hu nyom kama na bibia ko nyankopon ensuro bibia ya